Welcome everybody back to the Luffy Nika channel. Xebec is living inside Blackbeard's body, who was the mythical David Jones. What dark secrets lie within the Davy bloodline? And why does Imu harbor such deep hatred for the Buccaneer race? Now, let's explore all these mysteries together. Based on what Xebec confirmed to King Harold in a flashback 38 years ago in Chapter 1159. The Davy clan is likely the name of the family the world government has always wanted to erase. A clan whose ancestor was the legendary pirate David Jones. He controlled the underworld and survived until this day. Even more important, legend says that David Jones is still alive in the dark depths of the sea, collecting pirate treasure in his personal chest, just as Robin explained to Chopper. And I truly believe the phrase dark depths of the sea is a metaphor for the underworld. This means David Jones could still be alive. He's the one who has used his immortality to rule over the underworld's activities for hundreds of years. This is a different kind of eternal life, separate from the Opop fruit's immortality surgery. It comes from the special nature of the Buccaneer race. Now think about this. What if Imu isn't the only immortal one? What if there's another character out there who also possesses immortality and stands against Imu? Mind-blowing, isn't it? Blackbeard isn't just one being with one soul. His body contains the soul of David Jones and Rox Xebec. He's going to eat 3 devil fruits. In chapter 1160, we hear a celestial dragon ask, "You're from the Buccaneer race, aren't you?" This question is far from meaningless. On the contrary, it implies a direct link between the Davy clan and the Buccaneers. Now, we need to distinguish between the Buccaneer race and the Davy clan. A race is a population sharing common physical traits like skin color, origin, and appearance, often living together in one location. A clan, however, is a family with a common ancestor, forming a lineage. This explanation helps us understand that the Buccaneer race could include members of the Davy clan. Later, members of the Davy clan married outsiders, having children who then also married outside the clan. This created their own separate families, but they still carried the Davy name and a portion of Buccaneer blood. Take Kuma's family, for example. His father, Claudius, was from the Bartholomew clan. He married an ordinary woman and gave birth to Bartholomew Kuma, who carried the blood of the Buccaneer race just like him. Kuma could then marry anyone and have a child who might or might not carry Buccaneer blood, depending on dominant and recessive genes. The fact that a celestial dragon in chapter 1160 connected the Davy clan to the Buccaneers suggests an ancient legend where some members of the Davy clan, who were enslaved, had massive bodies just like the pure-blooded Buccaneers. However, a lot of questions came up in chapter 1095 when Saturn revealed, "Oh, Kuma? He was born a slave, the remnant of a race that committed a grave sin." The last of the Buccaneer race was sentenced to extinction. This proves that Kuma was the last known survivor. So, Blackbeard can't be a member of the Buccaneer race, right? But then in chapter 1107, Saturn confirms he knows of Blackbeard's special lineage and that it's the Davy clan. There's a huge distinction here that many might have missed, so let me break it down. Why is Kuma the last Buccaneer? Because his blood sample was tested and discovered by Vegapunk. It's a confirmed fact. Meanwhile, Blackbeard is a complete mystery. He's never had his blood tested, so how could anyone know if he's a Buccaneer or not? The Davy clan is connected to the Buccaneers, but that clan was almost entirely wiped out 38 years ago at God Valley. Today, only Blackbeard remains. He is the clan's final member. This means Kuma is the last Buccaneer on paper, while Blackbeard is an exception. Saturn knows he's from the Davy clan, but isn't sure if he's also a Buccaneer. The Davy clan committed crimes far more heinous than the Buccaneers. I'm talking about crimes against the world government itself. To be clear, the Buccaneer race was simply hunted by the world government. They never actually attacked it. It's just like the Lunarian race, who were living peacefully as gods on the Red Line and were suddenly hunted to extinction. The Davy clan, on the other hand, directly targeted the government, causing massive damage and threatening the rule of Imu-sama, the king of the world. That is why Imu-sama harbors a deep, burning hatred for the Davy clan. The biggest question is, what exactly did they do? It all started with their ancestor, the founder of the Davy clan, a man named David Jones. From what we know, David Jones was a pirate, much like Joy Boy, but wait, something's not right here. You see the initial D in his name, just like Nefertari D. Lily, which was hidden and passed down as just Nefertari Lily. So why not consider that the Davy clan was once one of the 20 kingdoms that united to overthrow the ancient kingdom? Not all pirates come from common backgrounds. Some, like Doflamingo and Shanks, descended from celestial dragons. It's very possible that David Jones and Imu-sama once schemed together to seize control of the world. David Jones was also a Buccaneer, possessing a miraculous ability to survive that remains unexplained. The fact that Kuma's body can move without a consciousness is something we still can't explain. Even Vegapunk, the smartest man in the world, was baffled. David Jones was the original user of the Oppo Nomi. He's the one who used its power to perform the immortality surgery on Imu-sama. But unexpectedly, using that ultimate power led to his own death. Even so, Jones didn't truly die, thanks to the special ability of the Buccaneer race. However, the power of the Oppo fruit immediately left his body and was reborn into a new fruit. This is where the legend of the fruit's ultimate power comes from. If you grant someone eternal life, you forfeit your own. Note that this is different from Kuma, whose soul was experimentally removed by Vegapunk. Kuma didn't completely die, and his Pawpaw fruit wasn't reborn. It remains inside his body. The special nature of the Buccaneer race is what allows Kuma's body to move on its own to Egghead to save Bonnie. As for David Jones, he survived but was relentlessly hunted by Imu-sama, who wanted to silence him before he could reveal the truth about their conspiracy to the other royal families. With no other choice, David Jones was forced to become a pirate, seeking a way to take down Imu-sama for hundreds of years. He established the underworld, running operations the government couldn't control. It's possible Jones was the one who helped Queen Lily escape from Imu-sama, allowing her to live in hiding. Because if Lily had contacted the Nefertari family, she would have led Imu-sama right to them, causing their destruction, just like the Davy clan. As we know, every devil fruit has a life of its own. It can never be truly destroyed. It parasites a user's body to grant them incredible power. When the user dies, it transfers to a nearby fruit, creating a new devil fruit. Now, think about this. What if David Jones's reincarnation works just like a devil fruit? He can use his soul to parasitize other hosts of the same race to survive and control the underworld. This process has repeated for centuries, and right now, David Jones's soul is inside Blackbeard's body, giving him an extraordinary power no different from the David Jones of old. Furthermore, Rox D. Xebec also understood the principles of the Buccaneer race. He was a member of the race himself, with the strength of a giant, able to fight toe-to-toe with King Harold, the greatest warrior of Elbaf, without being overpowered. We still don't know exactly how Xebec died, but it's certain that when he went to God Valley and died, it wasn't a simple defeat. Xebec used the special ability of his race to implant his soul into a new host, just like his ancestor, David Jones. Let me summarize this whole process for you, and remember, this is my personal theory, not something confirmed by Oda in the story. Xebec went to God Valley with the Rox pirates. He deliberately created chaos among his crew as a diversion to find his wife and son, who had been turned into slaves. Of course, it wasn't easy, as powerhouses like Roger and Garp also arrived. I'm willing to bet that Roger and Xebec had no grudge against each other, as they came to God Valley for different reasons. If Xebec had just revealed his goal to Roger, they would have immediately called a truce. Roger was there to save Shaki. while Xebec was there to save his wife and son. As for Garp, he was there to protect the Marines and especially to protect Roger. They were more like friends than enemies. Xebec revealed the truth about his family to Roger and Garp just as he spoke to Harold and earned their sympathy. Xebec finally found his son, Teach, along with his dying, heavily injured wife, similar to red-haired Shank's mother. However, Imu-sama also appeared on God Valley, monitoring through the Gorosei. He shared senses with his subordinates and, upon seeing Xebec, seized the opportunity to kill him. In his final moments, Xebec's only desire was to protect his son. His fierce will to live activated the special ability of the Buccaneer race, allowing his soul to parasitize Teach's body. By the time Roger and Garp found him, Xebec was just a corpse. But when the Marines discovered the scene, they assumed Garp and Roger had teamed up to defeat Xebec. Obviously, that story makes more sense than them slaughtering each other, given their different goals at God Valley. All of them just wanted to protect the ones they loved. Tragically for Xebec, his wife died, and his 2-year-old son was left in grave danger. The appearance of Kuma with the pawpaw fruit was the miracle that allowed Teach to escape God Valley, along with 500 other people. And so, Teach grew up with 2 souls inside his body, one of them being Xebec. This is the source of the immense, dangerous power that Shanks had to be wary of. The clash between Shanks and Blackbeard happened before Blackbeard even had the Yami Yami no Mi. Yet, Shanks received that massive scar over his left eye. That's enough to tell you it wasn't Blackbeard's raw power, but the power of his father, Xebec. The existence of multiple souls and personalities within Blackbeard's body was also sensed by Luffy and Zoro, which is why they referred to him as they, not him. Following Xebec's plan, Blackbeard sought out the Yami Yami no Mi and eventually became an emperor. Xebec's experience guided him, turning his son into an incredibly dangerous figure. It seems that 38 years ago, there was some other conflict between Xebec and Whitebeard. Perhaps Xebec stopped Whitebeard from saving Teach, which sparked the feud between them. The Battle of Marineford was Xebec's revenge against Whitebeard, stealing the Gura Gura no Mi and making Blackbeard the first person in the world to wield to devil fruits, as confirmed by the 5 elders. While becoming an emperor, Blackbeard reached out to the underworld and found the soul of his ancestor, David Jones. From that point on, his appearance began to change as he took on another will. Now, Blackbeard targeted Boa Hancock for her Mero no Mi, intending to give it to the David Jones personality. But luckily, Rayleigh's appearance and Hancock's clever explanation of her stone petrifying ability made him change his mind. This also implies that Blackbeard is still searching for another devil fruit for the David Jones persona, someone with deep ties to Imu's past. It seems Kyuzen has learned of Blackbeard's plans and the hidden truth behind the world's corrupt rule. He decided to cooperate with Blackbeard to change the world and uncover the secrets the underworld holds. However, Kyuzen still sends warnings to the Marines through Smoker, showing that he's merely an ally, not a pawn who blindly follows the Emperor Blackbeard's orders. When their goals are met, or if they fail, Kyuzen will surely sever his ties with the Blackbeard pirates. And that's everything I've researched for now. I'll definitely be bringing you more exciting videos in the near future. Thank you all so much for watching today's video to the end. If you found this video interesting and insightful, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to support Luffy Nika. For now, peace out and see you next time.